Hello everybody and welcome to a bonus video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Farm Production Pack, which is coming soon. Very soon, in fact, the 30th of April. Now this is actually a paid DLC, $7.99 in US dollars. Obviously that is going to vary depending on the exchange rate and whichever country you're in. But it's not too expensive, and everything which you see in front of us is included in that DLC, except for the machines, of course, because those are already in the base game. I am actually also on Obelu. We have made a return just for this one-off video so that we can really see exactly what there is included in the pack. So I think without any further ado, we're just going to drop down and we're going to start looking at these sheds first of all. Yeah, there's quite a lot of new additions in this DLC. So first of all we have the bulk storage shed, which also has a facility to store machinery. This costs £165,000. So you can see we've got all these different pits, the different bays to store your bulk crops in. And there is an oil can just there. So we'll go through this access door. And we actually also do have lighting, which is nice. Nice addition. And we do have, of course, the main roller door to get the machinery in and out of here. So it's just nice because you can store the machines and you can also store the crops themselves all within one structure. And we actually do have lighting in here as well. Just find the switch. There we go. Yep, so very good for night work. Next up we have a very large vehicle shed, which is solely used for storage of vehicles, although you probably could use it for dropping piles of grain if you want to. But yeah, this is £145,000 and access is through this main roller door. We do have lighting as well. There we go. Yeah, it's a huge vehicle hall, massive, and there's a few little details as well, such as a generator just here. Some pallets just to add that detail. So that is, again, a huge solution if you're lacking storage for your machines. If you don't want anything quite so expensive, we've got this one here, which is open-fronted, and it costs £32,500. So yeah, just drive your machines or implements straight into here, drop them off, and you've got some nice shelter from the weather. Always fun to turn the lights on. So yeah, certainly if your farm isn't generating as much money, or if you're lacking space, then this is probably a better solution for you. Back to the super big ones, this one costs £165,000. We do have this sort of lean-to, which is perfect for keeping a machine in here, maybe a potato harvester or a sugar beet harvester. The main reason why I say those two is because this is actually a root crop storage shed. We have the two main bays, and as we all know, potatoes and sugar beet are both very, very bulky, so you do need to have quite a lot of space. And we certainly have that, and we're also utilising the height more in this shed. So yeah, a fantastic shed for root crops. And then we have this behemoth of a shed, absolutely huge. It is again a vehicle store, but it's got so many bays, all with individual doors, roller doors. Just think how many combines we could get into here. Where's the light switch? Yeah, there we go. And we do also have a pit at the end as well. So yeah, doubling up there once again for crop storage and for vehicles. But yeah, that is just huge. £195,000. Next up we have this one costing £145,000. It is for vehicles, but also it does have the facility to store pallets. So if we actually go into here, you can see we do have this trigger box with these X's. That is because if you bring your pallets into here, they will automatically stack in the back. So actually what I'll do, just to demonstrate this, is I'll just spawn some pallets very quickly. Let's say we've got a huge bread delivery. Yes, that's a very good delivery. And we wanted to keep them nice and dry in there. Probably not the best facility actually for bread, to be fair. Better for maybe potatoes. Or better yet, something else which won't spoil. But yeah, you can see it's taken that and it's spawned at the back. And you may ask, well, how do we get them out again? Well, essentially, it's quite simple. You do stand in this box, press R, and then you can dispense as many as you want. So if you want 5 out, just press 5, and then they're going to appear outside like that, so we can very easily retrieve them. So nice feature. I don't think you can get past here though. Obviously the X's are showing that, but yeah, I don't think you'd really want to. Got a few little details as well, bits of equipment, and then as I said, it does double up as a vehicle store. So on the other side we do have just this open bay for vehicles. with its own little workshop, which is nice. Didn't actually spot that door before. Yeah, you can go straight through. Nice. And of course, lighting. Always good to have the lighting. Okay, moving on, we have a bale shed. It works exactly the same way as the pallet shed. So you put the bales into here. I do have some lined up. This is one I made earlier. Yeah, so if we put these into the trigger, they'll stack in the back there, as you can see. There we go. And then, yeah, you can just dispense them. I think the button is, yeah, it's just around here. So there they are. Back out again. Very nice. Yep, so that is the main sheds, which I wanted to show you. But we do have many more things. In fact, it gets more and more interesting as this video progresses. Oh, and by the way, that bale shed is £38,500. So next up we have Winter's Farm Motor Service. Quite clearly, an expensive looking dealership. Nice workshop. And you can actually go inside, which I always love. I think whenever there is a building which looks like you can go inside but then you can't, it always fills you with disappointment. At least that's what I find. So yeah, Winter's Farm Motor Service. Nice little waiting room here whilst you wait for your tractor to be serviced or repaired. And then we do have the main workshops back here. Do we have lighting? I think we do, indeed. Yes. Oh, there's even a bridge crane. Yes. I'm a bit crane obsessed, so if I see a bridge crane I'm just like, oh wow, I just can't stop gazing at it. I just stop gazing at it. But yeah, essentially this is just a big vehicle store and workshop if you have a farm that big. It is expensive though, £274,500, and you've got all those roller doors, so you can actually just drive straight through. That's how big this facility is. Yeah, very nice. But expensive. You'd have to be a big farm with high revenue. For £110,000 you can buy this weighbridge for weighing your load. So obviously the numbers will go up here. We'll bring a tractor and put it onto there in just a second. Now I didn't think you could go inside this one. But yeah, we'll grab a tractor. That'll do. And we'll just pop that onto there. Usually you'd be weighing the load in your trailer, so you'd go over the weighbridge when it's full, and you'd obviously get the reading, and then you'd tip, and then you go back over it again, and you'd get the empty weight. So gross weight, tare weight, net weight, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Just interesting to see how much this tractor weighs, and to see this operate. So yeah, that is a 6-ton tractor, 6,117, well, pretty much 118 kilograms. Interesting. Yeah, I would never have guessed the weight of that. But now we know! So this DLC really is focusing on making the farm better, the management better, the logistics, the resources, and just keeping everything running smoothly. Or smoother. As we all know, there are definitely challenges in farming, whatever size of farm. So yeah, moving on from that, we have this root crop washer. So you can wash your root crops, and that will increase the value of them. If you just send them off dirty, you're not going to get anywhere near as much money for them. So as you can see here, we do have washed potatoes, sugar beet, carrots, beetroot and parsnips, giving us that higher value. Just as an example, we'll choose potatoes. If you have washed potatoes, then you can get £590. Just an example, that's just what it currently is. And if we just find generic potatoes, so dirty potatoes, we are looking at, if I can find it, where are you potatoes? There you are. 480. So I suppose, yeah, not a major difference, but then the prices might not be at their best currently. 627 is the peak for just generic potatoes, and 849 is for washed potatoes. And I suppose the thing to point out here is you get a lot. You get a lot of litres, that's per 1,000 litres, and if you are getting maybe £200 extra for every 1,000 litres, that is going to soon add up. So yeah, worth washing them. Yeah, we've got the lovely Massey Ferguson 7S155, which is actually already in the base game. It's not, you don't need to get the DLC for that. Yeah, I'm not very good with conveyor belts, as we've established, but I will give it my best go. Right, so switch on conveyor belt, that's always going to be a good start. I guess that one's automatically on as well, is it? And then we'll unload there. Yes, there we go. It's good. Make sure that's still aligned because I just moved it accidentally. Right, okay, so we can tip the entire load, and then we'll switch on that production. So that allows it to continue filling. It does require water as well. But basically what's going to happen is when we activate it, this will turn. I think it's called a trommel. And then it's going to clean those potatoes. We might be able to get a better view actually. Yes, probably from this end. Yeah, so actually it does show water in there already, but there's no water in there. And yeah, this drum will turn. And obviously it's a mesh, so the soil will wash through. We'll just start it up. Not advisable to be stood here, but there we go. It's not going to work just yet because, like I said, it hasn't got the water, but essentially when you add the water to it, that will then clean those potatoes, and then they'll be ready to come out the back here. You can put an empty potato crate here if you want to, so you can do boxes like this, or you could, I don't know, maybe put a load trailer, or you could put the bucket there. Just any way to really get the washed potatoes out of there. So yeah, you can see it requires water. It's the same with sugar beet. You can do sugar beet on there. So just a nice way to increase the value of those root crops. Next up we have this fascinating looking machine. It really does look quite amazing. Those fluorescent green springs that it has. So yes, I have actually already activated this thing, but it is a beet cutter. We'll just turn it off. Yeah, if we put some beet into the bucket, nice bucket load of sugar beet. This is a high dump bucket. So in it goes. We can then switch it on. And then what it's doing is it's cleaning and chopping the sugar beet. So the stones are going to accumulate underneath. These stones can be taken to the crusher, and the cut sugar beet is appearing here. It's being conveyor belted onto the ground, but yes, you can obviously put a trailer there if you'd like to. So there we have a beet cutter, and if you are interested in doing these, they're both £85,000 each, so both the same price. Okay, moving on. Renewable energy. Yeah, currently, yeah, it's pretty expensive to get into the renewable energy business in this game. I think, well, the wind turbines are expensive. There was a smaller one, but this is giving us an even smaller one, so it's even easier to produce some renewable energy. So if we go into productions and then generators, you will see that before, yeah, we were looking at, it was £155,000 for that one there, £750,000 for that one, and it's just, it wasn't cheap. And for a solar panel, like one solar panel, £93,500. So this really opens up some new opportunities. There was that really small one actually. Yeah. So yeah, it opens up some new opportunities. £75,000 for this one here, and that is producing £6,840 per month, whereas that cheap one is only £984 per month. So it's going to take over a year to pay that back anyway, or about a year. So that just basically fills a gap in the market. But the big thing, to me at least, is the extendable solar panels, which I have already started here. As you can see, not the best arrangement ever, but you can build these like you build the vines, you can build the vineyard in FS, and the same way as you build a fence as well. Just left click, drag, and you can build, as long as you're not too close of course, you can construct them that way. But there is a catch, which is nice. It's a realistic little aspect, and that is they get dirty. And if they get dirty, they're not going to perform as efficiently. You're not going to generate as much money. So what you need to do is get one of these things. Look at it, it's in this little garage there. How cute. Yes, it's a remote control solar panel cleaner. Lizard Energy. And it's got this little brush under there. It's all very cute. And it even has headlights. Solar sweep. Yes, I love this. It's a nice little feature. So yeah, it just does its thing. Drives all over the solar panel. You'd have thought it would damage it. It's all very clever. But yeah, it will clean it for us. and it does visibly get dirty, and this will clean it. So just to again give you ideas of how much all this is going to cost us, it's not super cheap. I think it comes into tools actually. Yeah, it's £10,200 for the robot that cleans the solar panels. So it's an expensive investment, all of this, the panels themselves and the cleaner, but if it's something you've got the money for, it's a really nice thing to do. Not too sure about this sort of right angle, because you sort of get an inefficiency part. Not a lot of sunshine going to be getting to these cells down here. Anyway, we must move on. We are going to go over to this corner. So you might be thinking that's just a normal cowshed, and you'll be correct in saying that. But there is now another feature which goes with this, and it is all about producing fertilizer. So what we have here is a facility to produce fertilizer, and what this does is it basically mixes air from the cowshed. We know what cow air is like, and yes, it puts it with the sulfuric acid. You can buy this in the IBCs, and you put it into the cage. It will take 500 litres. There's 2,000 in an IBC, so that will go a long way. But you can see bottom right that's taken that. You can close the cage. Don't want to get caged in. Let me just get this right. Left mouse button. I was just out of the trigger. But it looks like you can get 2 IBCs into there. Obviously safe storage. It's all padlocked and everything. But that is now going to produce fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. If you've played the game before, if you're a farmer in real life, you're going to know exactly how expensive liquid fertilizer is. So having this facility is going to be good long term. It is an £80,000 facility though, plus the sulfuric acid, which is, well, it's not cheap. Just like anything, it's not cheap. £800. But I suppose if you look at that, £800 for 2,000 litres compared to liquid fertilizer at 3,200. Yeah, that's hopefully going to be a good solution long term. It's the Lely Sphere. Next up we have this absolutely amazing distribution centre. It is huge, and the main reason for this is so that we can obviously store our products but also get extra money from our products. So if we go through Bay 2, this is obviously the ramp, we can get a forklift in and out of here. You can see we've got all of this racking. If we just go to the button for the light switch, that's better. Yep, so all this high-level racking, very heavy-duty racking for all of the different products. And essentially what we're going to do is we'll bring our products from the different productions to here. We'll back up to a bay, and there's a button over there. You see the button that will start a sort of scenario where we have to unload the trailer and put them in the allocated spaces. So I'm going to do that right now. I'll just move the forklift to a better place, because obviously we don't want to have it sandwiched between 2 racks before we even start, because it is a time limited exercise, and I think probably, I've never done it before, but I think probably if you get it done within the time, or even the faster you do it, the more money you make. So Bay 4 would be a good one to go to. As you can see, inside the trailer we do have 4 pallets of sugar. Now you can totally fill the trailer if you want to, it's up to you. If you put 10 in, for example, it's going to put 10 in the scenario. Let's just open the back doors before we go through the bay. Just get all prepared, ready. I don't think I'm quite square. Maybe if I get it on my 5th or 6th attempt, that'll be good. Right, there we go. We can actually close the curtain, that's fine. Just need the back doors open. So if we open Bay 4, you can see we have got our pallets of sugar in here, and the forklift can drive straight in. But we can't take them out just yet, because obviously we need to start the scenario. Let me just make sure we're unstrapped. Don't want to waste any time here. Yep, so if we go to this button, press R. Do you want to deliver the pallets to the assigned places? Yes, I do. And you can see bottom right hand corner of the screen, it says delivered pallets 0 out of 4. More pallets we have, the longer time we get. So we've got to start moving, and we've got to start unloading the trailer, and the forklift does actually fit nicely into this trailer, but there are different size forklifts and different, obviously, reaches on different forklifts. So pallet number 1. Where is our allocated space? I probably should have looked at that first, but there will be a marker somewhere. There's no major rush because I am just... there it is. Yeah, just demonstrating. Yeah, so this pallet must go on that rack in that place. I think it might be on the other side. I've done everything wrong so far. But yeah, obviously the more you do, the easier this will get. So that pallet is assigned to that rack. Just that I've just crashed into the other rack. So you really are watching a fool at work here. But this is the idea. You can just do it in a much more professional way. Right, so that's accepted, and we should see, hopefully, when we get back into that marker, that 1 out of 4 have been delivered. I'm not too sure where the marker is, but yeah, I have done everything wrong so far. But anyway, you get the idea. Number 2. There we go. So where does this one want to go? There we go, there's a marker over there. Don't want to waste too much time, but I'll just show you. There you go, it does say 1 out of 4 delivered. So that's good. I didn't want to do too many in the demonstration video. So I think 4 is about right. So that one is assigned to that rack. I think actually using a smaller forklift would be a better idea. I'm using probably one which is a little too large. And I'm fairly sure the game wouldn't ever want us to reach too high, so you can probably get away with using quite a small one. Pallet number 3. So it's a very good way of making extra money, this. Right, over there. Thing is though, we would have to be running a pretty big operation to have this distribution centre, not only because it takes up a lot of land, but it's also very expensive to purchase. Right, that's number 3 done. Well, I say it's very expensive to purchase, it's actually probably not what you'd think. You'd probably look at this and say, oh, it's going to cost £1 million. Well, it's actually nowhere near that, it's 80,000. But still, yeah, it takes up a lot of land. But I would be using it at some point in a series, it's just finding the space. Okay, and our last one goes over there. I think if you don't do them all, you still get paid, but you just don't get the bonus. Oh, that's on the other side, isn't it? Actually, it's easier from first person view. Okay, done, and we've been paid. £6,470. So I did indeed do all of them in the allocated time, the ones which we assigned. So that is a quick demonstration of the distribution centre. Very, very nice. Okay, so we also do have these extra sell points, and you can see we can deliver a certain amount of each product to them. So this is the bakery market stall, and you can see there everything which can be taken to there, and the amount of each product that can be taken to there. Looks like they don't take too much, but it's just another way of getting extra money in. This is the vegetable market stall, dairy market stall, and then we're around the back of this building. But this is the fresh harvest market. So you can see it's all nicely detailed in there. But you deliver your products to the back, just like you would do with those. They'll take milk, eggs, cake, lettuce, grape juice, all that sort of stuff. Very, very nice. And that is the trigger for that. Then we have got farm eggs. Vending machine. But as you can see, they take a lot of stuff actually. They'll take quite a lot of stuff. Farm vending. It's the big vending machine. Eat what you need. Fresh vending since 2024. And that is eggs. So all these different solutions for selling. And then we are at the I think it's the final one actually, the farm store depot. If you're in America, depot. But the difference between this one and the others is this is actually a place where you can buy products for your farm. So it's always handy to have that. Okay, I think we have actually got to the end of this little summary. probably ended up being a longer video than I was expecting, but there was a lot to get through. It's all very exciting, and I'm going to be using little bits and bobs from this throughout all of my Let's Plays, because there's always so much to do. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's given you an eye-opener, and yeah, the link is down below if you'd like to pre-order it, or if it's already been released by the time you watch this video, if you'd like to buy it. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.